ano natin dyan. Don't shame our, don't shame our next president. Alright. Okay guys, ito na. Welcome back to Deep Dive Vlogs ni Richard Haydarian. Yours truly. As always, a pleasure to join you guys. Thank you so much sa lahat ng mga supporters natin. Of course, including yung mga new followers natin from the Cool Pals universe when the KP meets the RH. Yan. Deep Dive. Booyaka siya. Thank you for making us one of the leading podcasts in the country, hindi lang political news but in the country against all of those other amazing podcasters. It's always a great pleasure to be among great people, amazing people, great podcasters. Yan, yung mga nagsasabi na ano tayo, self-proclaimed tayo. Not true. Fake news, not true. Alright, ayan. Speaking of self-proclaimed, pag-usapan natin si Quiboloy. Dami natin updates dyan. Meron din tayo updates about DepEd. Kanina may hearing na naman. Kasama naman dyan yung new DepEd Secretary, Angara. Senator Angara is now the DepEd Secretary. Medyo daming bookingan na nangyari sa mga, of course, kapalpakan ng dating administration, including dating DepEd Secretary. Pag-usapan natin yan. May datos kanina. As you can see, naka-formal suit pa kami kasi nandun tayo, galing tayo today from not one, not two, but three different interviews, two of them. Of course, thank you, shout out dyan kay Congressman Zia Digong for joining us for the fantastic conversation we had about everything Mindanao, everything about the Dutertes, everything about the budget hearings, all of those things. Thank you also, of course, sa ating kasama na si technically my former boss, si J Mark. Shout out J Mark Tordesillas talking about his new app, AI, journalism, accountability, bring all of these things together. Maraming salamat again sa lahat ng mga kasama natin. Thank you, of course, again to the other great Tres Maria, sila Gretchen Hos, si Regina, si Sean Yao for the fantastic interview kanina. Pinag-usapan natin ng West Philippine Sea, domestic politics. I think si Gretchen has a new report. I got to know it kanina reportage. Binisita niya yung mga Quiboloy folks in the past few days and kaka-fly in lang niya for Davao. Please, yung mga Davao followers natin, siguro naman, welcome pa rin naman tayo dyan. Mahal na mahal ko kayo, diba? Ibang usapan ako, may disagreement tayo ng konti sa mga Dutertes, to put it mildly. Pero, alam mo naman, mahal na mahal natin ng mga taga Davao, mga Bisaya natin, brothers and sisters, fantastic people, warm people, great people, amazing people. So yon, ang dami natin pag-usapan, guys. Whoa. Before we go to the meat of our discussion, serious stuff. Let me also make an announcement na as we speak, guys, especially mga ka-Cool Pals natin, we are working on more collaboration with Cool Pals, especially ahead of the upcoming election. So hopefully, we'll have more regular cross guesting, whatever. Although parang apat sila, mag-isa ko lang, so it's easier for me to guest on their platform than the other way around. But obviously, we're hoping down the road, guys, magkakaroon tayo ng crossover RRM with the Cool Pals. I think that would be a dream come true for a lot of people. The same way na dream come true para sa atin yung ating collaboration with the Cool Pals. Episode 706, episode 707. Thank you very much for that. And dun sa mga kasama natin na pinag-usapan ng issue ng PhilHealth transfer of funds, my goodness, check out on my YouTube. Andun po, kaka-post lang ngayon, as in literally just an hour earlier, na post na yung interview natin with Justice Carpio, who's extremely critical and extremely strident dun sa kanyang warning, no? Sa ating administration, no? So Marcos administration, not to do anything mumbo jumbo with funds, right? So we're absolutely clear, guys, dito sa mga podcast natin, hindi katulad ng mga ibang mga fake bulljack vlogger, mga kasyungan dyan. We are equal opportunity depending on how palpak you are. Na kung mas palpak yung isang side than the other, hindi natin kasalanan, mas napopoint out natin. So we're equal opportunity. So please check out doon, guys. Ayan, si Edwin Araza, ayan, Boy Bangag, yan, black na naman dyan. Okay, na special mention naman. Mas bangag. Ay, oy, shucks. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Sir, Dwayne Araza. Sorry about that. Yan talaga. Nag-friendly fire na naman tayo. Pasensya, sir. Kalaban niyo pala yung mga didis. Akala ko tawag niyo bangag sa atin. Alam mo naman. Sorry na. Ayun tayo eh. Ganun talaga guys kung walang kung medyo sabaw na. Kanina umaga pa ng medyo sabaw na sabaw na tapos nag-friendly fire. Sino ka? Sino ka? Boom! Natawa! Kaya tuloy. Yan talang mafiosa. Pasensya sir. Ayan, ayan. Okay na. Na-unblock na rin ha. My apologies. Alam mo yan guys, mahal na mahal ko kayo eh. Kasi bardagulan tayo dito. But mahal na mahal pa rin natin. Ay, talaga anong tawag dyan guys? Friendly fire. Friendly fire. Nothing. Great people. Amazing people. Friendly fire. Just friendly. Less fire. More friendly. We'll get there. Huge support. Great support. Ayan. Pasensya na guys. Parang Counter-Strike yun Yung galing talaga naka-forward ka, biglang, ano nangyari yung pala binabaril ka na kasama yun, like, tanggalin natin ng friendly fire, ayan, Counter-Strike, mga matatandang Yan, so, good news guys, we're looking for more collaborations with Cool Pals and hopefully RRM Cool Pals mga ganun. Kaya sobrang mahalaga guys yung supportan niya sa atin. We almost doubled our audience on Spotify over the past month. God willing, if we can double it again, guys, we'll easily be among the top 5, if not top 3 podcasts in the country. Nakamit na po natin yung top 10. Ang target po natin, top 5, top 3, consistently, hindi lang 1 week or 2 weeks. Or we want to be consistent in top 5, top 3 para sana naman makonvinsahan natin ang Spotify to host some major mega event. Alam niyo naman, medyo kulang tayo sa budget, medyo Ilocano, so hindi ako maka-host ng mga meet and greet. So the best way I think for us to have a meet and greet, not only with me, but also with Ronald, with Mark, with the rest of the gang, and all of that would be if we can have a big Spotify collaboration event with other great podcasters, of course. Kasama dyan, Cool Pals, my man, my people, alright? Yung friendly fire. Sorry na sir, pinangalan ko ba, sobrang may conviction pa ako. Kaya guys, kailangan ko talagang pag tayo nag-take over, kailangan ko may bantay. Sir, ano na, supportan natin yan, sir. Sino yan? Sino yan? Ayan tayo. Tatay style yan, tatay style yan. Anyway, balikan natin ang usapan balikan natin ang usapan na politika. Tampo ko na saan napunta yung usapan. Politika, hindi pusit. Before talking about serious stuff, let's talk about even more serious stuff. Ayun na naman tayo. Guys, bare months na Hindi pa rin naka-move on. Grabe talaga yung August. That was a wild month, guys. Wild month yung August kasi kung ano na nangyari sabay-sabay. Kung kailan akala mo si Sir na yung tapos akala mo si Chloe na or si Mommy, biglang si Urge. At kung akala natin si Urge ay hindi makalimutan, biglang andun na naman yung si Quiboloy. And then akala mo si Quiboloy na yan, biglang andun si Sara. And then just when you thought Sara Duterte will wrap up the month as the flavor of the month, buyaka siya, Diwata in the house, nag-birthday si Diwata. Nung isang araw, poging-pogi si Sir Diwata. Talagang mas pa yung formalic sa atin. So, tanongin niyo si Mark Gamboa na dumalo dun sa birthday ni Diwata nung isang araw, guys. Thank you very much again sa mga supporters natin coming from all across. Now, bago natin pag-usapan yan, let me just have an update a little bit dito sa Team Kadiliman versus Team Kasamahan. May update pa tayo dyan, guys. May update pa tayo dyan. Kasi dalawa sa mga best-selling videos natin, yung isang Urge highlights natin kay Senator Robin Hood. And then yung isa po ay yung, ito po ay laban ng Kadiliman, laban sa, ayan. Ba't naging Jesus Escudero? Laban sa, ayan. Ito, nakakatuwa tong Manila Street Snap people na yan. Uy guys, thank you The best talaga yung mga nyo The best ng mga content ng team
She may not like
how... Ay, mamaya na she may not. Uy. Ito follower din natin yan mga Manila Strap people, di ba?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, chicken.
Bakit nawala? Nawala. Di ko na mahanap yung si Si Team Kadiliman. Wait lang, sir. Sir, huwag kang magulo. Sir, Ayan talaga tayo Ito yung kay Harry. Yung gusto ko yan. Tinanggal nyo yata Ay, wag na. Anyway, mamaya natin balikan. Sorry, Mark. Hindi lang ikaw yung kamukha niya, no? Baka naman, 'di ba? Baka naman. Saan na ba 'to? Okay, anyway, balikan ko na yan mamaya. In the meantime, I hope you appreciate itong fashion na ang Shimenot po ay medyo ano na siya ngayon, fashion na talaga. Shimenot is a fashion statement. Shimenot fashion. And by the way, congratulations kay Chloe. For her amazing performance according to some people. Ayan, no? Talagang talagang next level si Mama. Pero ito balik tayo dito. Ito yung ginawa ko kaninang edit kanina. Ayan. Ito talaga si Mama. Ito.
Like the content of my answer.
Yon!
But I am answering. She may
That's
not
it.
like.
That's it.
She may not like. She may not like.
Yun, oh! My man! Yes! Yes! Catwalk! To the right! To the left! 1, 2, 3! Yun! Okay, yun guys. Okay, so medyo naka-release tayo ng stress natin kanina. Ito mga catwalk moves natin
She
siya.
may not.
Ay! Wait lang. So,
She may not like the content of my answer.
that's it.
But I am answering. She may not like.
Let's go!
She may not like.
Yeah!
She may not like.
Yeah, ito na si Deep Diver Boy. I hope people understand this is nagpapatawa lang tayo. Baka yung iba dyan, hindi nila guess na hindi natin, I mean, syempre, may seryoso tayong ginagawa. Sabi ko, might as well gawa rin ako ng fashion, inedit pa natin para hindi magalit si ma'am. Pero pinost ko naman yung original. Ayan, yung mga bashers naman nagsabi, hindi kasi yung jowa nito tatakbong ganito, ganyan kayo nagpapareha. But I think it was fun. It was nice. Shimenot. Okay. Anyway, block natin ito. CC no place. Obvious pangalan pa lang ay troll. Mga ka-DDS, kung gawa kayo ng troll account, yung medyo mukhang medyo mukhang may laban sa buhay. Okay, balikan natin ito. Nasaan na tayo? Oh, yun. Okay, speaking of Sara Duterte, guys, my goodness, just when I thought she's gonna recalibrate, just when I thought na, kaya man sabi dyan uh, are we talking about a poor replica of something that is already a faulty OG, right? Kasi obviously itong tao na to kulang sa spontaneity and the wit yung nung kanyang ama, because in fairness guys, in fairness naman kay Digong, I completely disagree with him on many issues. Horrible drug war, disastrous drug war, bad policy, horrible policy, big mistakes, great mistakes. Pero I think pagdating sa issue ng spontaneity, even if itong tao na tayo medyo matanda-tanda na by the time he became president, in fairness, I mean, the guy knew how to dribble his way. Yung mga Squid Game niya, patawa, mga ganyan. And of course, presidente din siya, so he could get away with a lot of things. Now, of course, pag-usapan natin dito yung anak, na hindi naman presidente. I think unfortunately there's also an element of misogyny. Some people disagree, but I think there's also unfortunately an element of misogyny. I also completely disagree with people who try to make this a tribalistic or elitist thing. I don't think the Shiminot was supposed to be parang insulto sa mga ating mga Bisaya na kababayan. And of course, for us, that was absolutely not the case. And hindi ako nagpasikat ng Shiminot na yan. I think it was more people making fun of etong parang feeling mean girl ganun ta sablay pa. No, I mean, we have been talking about this na ito ay parang we're seeing a situation of poor replica of an original copy, which some would find also a very faulty, congenially problematic copy to begin with. But you would think na magkakaroon ng recalibration after essentially yung blunders, back to back blunders na nangyari over the past few weeks, di ba? So, and then, you would think also, di ba, na si Sara mismo nagsabi na may mga bumubulong sa kanya na meron talagang itong plano na i-impeach siya. And katulad ng pinag-usapan natin guys with Justice Carpio. All right, katulad ng pinag-usapan natin with Justice Carpio. The grounds for impeachment are there. The legal grounds for impeachment are there. And as you'll see in my interview with Congressman Zia a while ago, lalabas pa next week, hopefully. While there's no plan daw for impeachment, legally speaking, no one is ruling out that there could be grounds for pushing for impeachment against Sara Duterte. Now, obviously, guys, pagdating sa issue ng impeachment, there are a couple of problems with that. First of all, of course, alam natin mangyari dyan, magpapapavictim yung kabilang kampo. Ang problema naman kasi doon sa issue ng the argument na Papa victim is Sara is not very good in projecting herself as vulnerable. If anything, Sara is very good at projecting herself as strong, uncompromising, unyielding. Right? 'Di ba? Nakilala natin siya dahil sa alam mo na, 'di ba? Connect the dots. Um but as Obama once said, in politics your very strength could be your very weakness. So, pagdating dito, kitang-kita natin yung strength ni Sara, which is yung kanyang strong, uncompromising stance. Yun ang nagiging problema niya kasi she's having a hard time presenting herself as a victim. Even if you could make an argument that she is being besieged, di ba? At naalala ko nung time na nagkaroon siya ng press conference. Now, I would say the first serious, spontaneous press conference quite some time, yung isang portion kung saan pinag-usapan niya, yung kaso laban kay Pulong at saka laban sa asawa niya. Sabi niya, ito, kahit kapatid ko, pati nga asawa ko, biglang nag-break ng voice niya for a split second. Now, you could have imagined if this were someone else, pwede na may luha yan or ganun. But she immediately, straightened herself and went strong like that. And then tried to remain as stateswoman-like. And then when there was a question whether you regret, and then biglang gumawa na siya, yeah, ganun, ganun. So you can see that she has trained herself so much to be strong na medyo nahihirapan siya ipakita yung sarili niya bilang biktima. Alright? So, yun yung issue na tinitingnan natin dito. So, I think this is the weakness we're seeing here, that her strength has become her weakness. Um, Interestingly, Patricia Evangelista in her book had a more sympathetic understanding of this, or at least empathetic understanding of this. That the point na actually kung maniwala tayo dun sa account ni Patricia, and I think this is based on Pia Ranada's interview with Sara. Parang Sara regretted the fact na yung kanyang claim to fame or notoriety was yung sinapak-sapak na yung piskal, 'di ba? Na that parang nakatatak na yung ganyang imahe sa tingin ng tao. Sa yung parang yung mental image niya naging core memory, naging core political memory. And because it has become a core political memory, nahihirapan talaga. Gray, ayusin mo naman kung magto-troll ka, 20 pesos na nga lang bayad sa'yo, ayusin mo pa. Anyway, balikan natin. So because as a core memory, I think talaga nahihirapan siya to work it out of there. Well, si Digong kasi napansin ko, I've seen Digong in person. Like, pagtingin niya for instance, kung tingin niya for instance, naboboard yung audience, or tingin niya minsan walang pakialam ng tao, or nawala yung train of thought niya, doon siya biglang magmumura. Tapos tatawa mga tao, tapos entertain yung mga tao. Tapos for instance, minsan hindi niya sasabihin ng kompleto, sheriff po, or fiscal, or whatever you want to term. Pansin mo rin kay Digong, minsan hindi niya sasabihin kompleto yung sasabihin niya, but he will make you feel anong gusto niya sabihin niya. Whether magmumura siya or parang he'll let you complete the sentence. So he has this kind of a performative, interactive, populist touch na wala kay Sara Duterte. And unlike Sara Duterte, Digong had to fight his way to the top. Now, obviously, Digong benefited from his mom, who was a Corazon Aquino supporter. Kaya he ended up as, I think, vice mayor, if I'm not mistaken. But he had to work his way up in ways na yung mga anak na hindi nila kailangan gawin. So I think in that sense, nakikita natin yung mga shortcomings ni Sara. So, you would have imagined after that, there would be some public relations recalibration. You would have imagined na after that, siguro si Sara sabihin na, siguro naman kailangan ko naman ng rebranding, kumbaga. Si Diwata nga nagre-rebranding na, di ba? Si Diwata na yung mga rebranding niya, mga o kaya na tumingin, di ba? Meron pa siya, sumabay pa siya dun sa Kaloy, tapos meron na ngayon biglang AI-generated Diwata na boxer, karate king, mga ganun. So, what I'm saying here, guys, is, yes, I mean, nakikita ko naman dito, whether troll or totoo yung mga taon dito, wala naman nagsasabi na walang base of support ng mga Dutertes. I think no matter what happens to the end of the world, marami tayong mga kababayan who will stand by the Dutertes no matter what. Whether it's for tribal, ethno-linguistic reasons, whether it's for pride, whether it's for ideology, whatever. Naintindihan ko yan. Pero kasi ang issue dito is, it's not like ang kalaban ni Sara is Romualdez for 2028. Ang kalaban ni Sara for 2028, to begin with, is someone like Rafi Tulfo, right? Who has a wide base of support and a widening base of support. All right? So, hindi pwede yung maging kampante ka lang na meron kang support base sa Davao or Visayas or so-called Solid South, and then tapos na. It doesn't work that way. Hindi kalaban ni Sara si Romualdez. Kaya hindi ko naintindihan yung mga ibang kadidiyas natin kaibigan na kampante. Wala, bawi kami sa 2028, yari kayong lahat. Ganun, like, actually, hindi. It's very possible na Sara will not even run for 2028. It's also very possible that even if someone like Basta or Polong run for Senate, baka hindi sila, they will not perform as well. And there's no assurance that Polong or especially Baste will do any better than Sara, especially if they go against someone like Rafi Tulfo or Tulfo, right? And people don't forget. Oh, by the way, nakikiramay po tayo sa Tulfo family. Nag-pass away po yata yung kanilang, 'di ba, matriarch recently. Um God bless their soul. Great people in a sense that laki ng inspiration sa kanila for a public service. Now, I have disagreements with some aspect of Tulfoism. I raised that directly on the record, off the record, habang usapan na yan. So bago magsabi niyo, Tulfonatic ka gano'n, medyo magkasabasa muna kayo. But, the thing with the Tulfos is, meron silang Ilocano blood from Batak. Lumaki din sila sa Zamboanga, so I suppose marunong sila mag-Chabacano. And then marunong din sila mag-Ingles, marunong din sila mag-Tagalog, 'di ba? Although yung isa yata si Sir Ben, no? 'Di ba? Si Abandoned Warehouse. Raymart Barreto, makita tayo dyan sa Abandoned Warehouse. Yan talaga idol na idol. Okay, galing talaga ni Leloy, ah. Kasalanan ni Leloy. Yun ang tulpo natin. Yung kaibigan natin si Leloy. Talagang tulpo natin yun. Idol, yung mga ganun, idol. Okay, ito. Balik, balikan natin. So, anyway, what I'm saying is that yung mga DDS people dyan na sobrang kampante na, wala yan, Sara, kayang-kaya niya si Romualdez. Like, hindi naman si Romualdez talaga yung kalaban eh. Or yung mga, kayo mga kakampi, Klaus kayo, wala kayo. Hindi naman si Lenny ang kalaban most likely. And you never know. Probably if Lenny or Risa run, probably they'll do better than Sara by the time that 2028 comes. So, wag kayong maging masyadong hubristic. And a hubris is the enemy of political dynamism. Right? The moment na pumasok yung hubris, that's where, guys, you're gonna lose your ability to make adjustments, all of that. So, go and insult me, say, mga kasyungan na, amin nga tabad nga, trolls na yan. I mean, say whatever you want there. But the fact of the matter is that the Tulfos, malapit nang maging laos na yung mga dyan. Dahil sa rise ng mga Tulfos na yan. And I'm telling you, you also never know. I mean, with Risa, you never know. With Lenny, you never know. Someone from out of nowhere could come. Baka nga si Ronald Llamas, di ba? You never know. So, I'm just saying, wag masyadong kampante na basta mag-survive lang tayo dito, yari kayo sa amin mamaya. I'm not very sure about that. But having said that, I never underestimated Dutertes, including Sara. Kaya sabi ko, iniisip ko, siguro naman kailangan mag-adjustment si Sara. And I said, siguro ang isa sa pinakamalaking problema ni Sara, wala siyang ace team. Yung, hindi ko alam kung sino mga staff niya or whatever. Yung spokesman lang nakikita ko, mukhang okay naman yung spokesman. But I don't think she has an ace team. And now, I think not only mayroon siyang problema sa public relations, I think her political entanglements could work against her. So the most recent thing na we saw ngayon is just as the etong siege of the Quiboloy kingdom, right, goes into its second week. Ano pa si Madam sa kanila, 'di ba? So ito basahin natin. Let's go through that. And then I'll go back to DepEd, guys. Okay. So ito, Sara Duterte celebrates. Okay, Sara Duterte celebrates KOJC anniversary with thousands of Quiboloy followers. Now, again, guys, remember the other day, pinag-usapan natin with Justice Carver, for instance, na pag tinignan mo yan, yes, and that's true, speaking of Tulfo, no offense sa mga ibang kaibigan natin na vlogger and all na tira sa mga Tulfo, na dahil daw due process, etc. Tapos biglang walang sinasabi kay Digong or mga Duterte. Like, excuse me, sino again nag-EJK? Sino ulit ang openly calling for EJK? Not the Tulfos. Not the Tulfos. Tulfos never called for EJKs. Tulfos never told the police people to go and kill people. Tulfos never go and make fascistic statements that we want to overthrow the government. So yeah, I may disagree with the Tulfos about some language they use, some aggressive demeanor. And by the way, iba yung si Bitag, iba si Erwin. Si Erwin, hindi ganun yan. Iba si Idol Rafi, iba si ganun. So, iba si Mon Tulfo. So, iba-iba sila. But nevertheless, whatever Tulfo you pick, none of them openly espouse EJK or crazy stuff that we saw under Digong. And more importantly, wala sa kanilang call for anything, something crazy and all, like pro-China nonsense like that. Alright. Talagang dumadami talagang trolls natin. Threatened na naman itong mga walang ya. Sige lang, sige lang, sige lang. So yun lang, I'm just saying to some of our blogger friends, tiran-tira sa mga tulfos, pero walang sinasabi sa ginagawa ni Duterte, it's a little bit more than hypocritical. I wonder what's going on. But anyway, going back to this, I'm nice, I'm good, I'm great, I'm nice, okay. Going back to this, eto, di ba? As we discussed, ang dami ng grounds na vulnerable na si Sara. So, you see, the congressman on the record will tell you there's no plan for impeachment, but they cannot deny that there could be grounds for impeachment for Sara that could come later on. Maybe not now, maybe not this year, maybe not next year. So, nagdadagdag lang siya ng problema niya. So, Vice President Sara Duterte went to support, essentially boost the morale of yung mga followers ng fugitive doomsday preacher na si Quiboloy na self-proclaim, okay, you fill in the gap because, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's sacrilege if I, complete, the self-proclaimed part of it. Okay. Police watch from a distance as thousands. Ito yung report ng Rappler, as thousands of Quiboloy's followers gathered outside the KOJC's colossal kingdom, a still unfinished arena that is part of the religious group's 30-hectare property. So habang yung police ang naka tenga dyan, yung police ang gustong maghuli sa kanya, eto si Sara pumasok lang dyan and all. I mean, and this is the same Sara that earlier this year in January, I'm sorry, this is not January. This is the same Sara that also is saying that baka wala na yan dito sa Pilipinas. Vice President Sara on Sunday, nung weekend lang sinabi niya, na baka si Quiboloy, wala na yan sa Davao. Alright? So, she's openly contradicting yung intelligence and position ng gobyerno natin at mga kapulisan natin. Mahaba yung panahon na pwede siyang umalis na sa Davao City dahil mahaba din yung grandstand din na nangyari doon sa Senate Committee hearing. Sa napakataas na time na pwede niyang pag-isipan kung alis na ako o hindi. Napakataas na time or napakadaming oras. Medyo. Isa din yung sa dapat pag-isipan ng administration. What is their point? One, guess kung nasaan si Quiboloy, nasa langit na siya. Alright, so nagbiro na siya ng ganyan. Ayan. So ito yung Digong style, but I'm telling you, if Digong says it, nakakatawa siya. I'm not sure it applies when other people say it. In fact, if anything, she's just making herself more vulnerable by standing with Quiboloy so strongly, essentially slapping the Philippine National Police in the face, slapping the national government in the face, directly contradicting the government and all of that. This is not helping her case. If anything, this could be another ground used against Sara Duterte down the road, right? Sabi natin, di ba, yung catch-all betrayal of public trust pa lang, pwede siya ma-pin down. There's the confidential fund issue, right? There's a lot of things that happened when she was in charge of the Department of Education na pwede gamit sa kanya. Even alleged AJ case when mayor siya ng Davao, right? Or cooperation with the policy for that led to AJ case. And then ngayon, idadagdag pa niya ito. Diba? Some people could come and say this is essentially obstruction of justice or essentially being accessory to, again, that could be a legal stretch in terms of interpretation, but politically it's not gonna help her. So I just don't know why she's digging in. I don't know how is this gonna help her. Okay, yan. No to Pink Onion, pangalan palang obvious na troll. Okay. So, going back to this, guys, yan ang sinasabi natin ngayon eh. Yan ang sinasabi. You see, the reason guys nagre-respond ako sa trolls and all, kasi idol ko si Socrates, alright? Si Socrates would go in the middle of their own version of bazaar, the agora, right? And then like argue with people and all of that and essentially get the point going. Ganun na tayo. This is like a town square meeting. May mga trolls dyan, may mga nagano, then I will respond, no problem. I'm gonna keep my train of thought and you're not gonna intimidate me, alright? If anything, thank you for pushing up our engagement. But going back to this, guys, so ang sinasabi ko dito is, she's not really helping her case. If anything, she's worsening her position and giving even more ammunition dun sa mga kalaban niya who may not only push for impeachment, but also push for filing of cases against her. So, I'm not really sure. Not to mention, this puts her more allegedly in the camp of China. Because yung US very clearly is saying na itong Quiboloy na ito should face justice. Most wanted na siya sa FBI. Justice Carby the other way they was saying, yeah, extradition should be an option just in case. And then Sara Duterte is standing with Quiboloy as he defies warrants of arrest, as he embarrasses the Philippine government and all. I don't. This just corners her. This just puts her more in the so-called pro-China camp, or at least in the anti-US, anti-BBM, whatever camp, which puts her in a much more difficult and marginalized position. So I see all the idea with digging in and then forcing your point or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is a Duterte wisdom that transcends our mortal limited understanding. Now, but I always say, pagdating sa politika, hindi ito usapan ng preaching to the converted. Yes, may mga supporters na solid talaga mga Duterte who will stick with them no matter what. But you might end up losing more and more people. Politics is the game of addition. And you might end up increasing the number of people who are going against you. Now, speaking of people going against you, kanina nagkaroon ng hearing ulit sa department, sa hearing sa Kongreso. Si Stella Kimbo was in charge again. There was a breakdown and analysis dito, guys, ng itong mga pinaggagawa ng dating administration, but Duterte, Digong, and also essentially um, the previous also DepEd secretary. Ito guys, ito yung mga failures ng Department of Education last year. So this happened guys. Before, okay, this happened guys before all at itong hidwaan ng Duterte Marcos got out of control, right? Essentially went reached the point of no return. Speaking of which, so ito from what I heard, Stella Kimbo said yung efficiency ng Duterte Secretary Sara was more than 100% pagdating sa confidential fund. So sobrang galing nila gumastos ng confidential fund. So sobrang galing nila, biglang napapaisip ng tao bakit sobrang accurate. Sobrang exacto yung 10 million for reward, this million for maintenance of mga charot-charot, mga ganyan. And then pagdating sa efficient usage of government resources para gumawa ng classrooms, para bayaran yung mga guro or train yung mga guro, para palakasin yung fondasyon ng ating edukasyon. Ang grabing failure sa sobrang underspending na nangyari under the previous administration. Just to give you a sense of the numbers here, no? Na the Sara administration was only able to spend a very small portion ng total budget nila. So kasi guys, hindi lang ito usapin ng saan mo ginastos Usapin din yung whether nilagay mo yung pera na meron ka dun sa kailangan na mangyari. Jetro sa noon, obvious na troll ka naman. Maya ka naman sa sarili mo, magtutroll ka sa akin. Okay? Alright. Ayan. I mean, some of the numbers I saw were like crazy. Alright. You're more than free to check these numbers on your own, guys. It's crazy the amount of underspending. Hindi ito confidential fund. Ang pinag-usapan dito yung mga legit na fund na dapat pumunta sa infrastruktura, dun sa kailangan palakasin yung pundasyon ng ating education system. Kasi ang laki ng budget talaga, guys. Ang laki ng budget ng DepEd. In fact, mas malaki pa siya sa budget ng DND. Pero sobrang underspend. Ibig sabihin, napaka-inefficient. Alright, ito. Kung ano ng mga updates na lumalabas ito, Kimbo. Okay, ito. So, Marikina 2nd District Representative Stella Kimbo, pinagalitan niya yung DepEd for really, really slow implementation of projects while being only efficient in utilizing confidential fund. Napakagaling pagdating sa confidential fund, napaka hindi magaling pagdating sa talagang gawin yung tamang trabaho pagdating sa palakasin sana yung fondasyon ng ating education sector. During her turn to interpolate, this is the Philippine Daily Inquirer, the DepEd at the House of Representatives Committee on Appropriations, Kimbo said that past DepEd administrations spent the 120 million pesos of confidential fund for 2023 in just 190 days in 3 quarters, which according to the lawmaker translates to 143% efficiency. Oh my God. I mean, grabe. ang sobrang galing nila gumastos ng confidential fund. Sarap buhay, di ba? Kasi hindi natin alam talagang saan napunta yan. Okay? Of course, if we compare, for example, the liquidation reports for the confidential funds, that for 3 quarters, they spent 100% of the 120 million pesos. They spent it for the first quarter from February 20 to March 30, for the second quarter, April 20 to June 29, and for the third quarter, July 12 to December 29, for a total of 190 days. So 190 days, sarap buhay. That's 270 days, so 190 over 200, that's 69%. So if we divide 100% utilized funds by 69 in terms of days, the score in terms of efficiency is 143%. So it explains how you calculate. Um, Kasi instead of ma-spend niya throughout the year, na-spend niya well uh, below the 12 months. Kaya ang taas yung efficiency rate niya, di ba? So the efficiency spending is 143%. Congratulations. But in terms of regular funds, napakapalpak daw. As per the COA report, Commission and Edit Report 2023, there is still 37.7 billion pesos part of delayed partial at non-implementation of various program. Ang dami palang mga programa na non-funded, underfunded, or hindi tinutukan ng dating administration. Big crisis, we cannot waste funds, we cannot waste time. I think those are the two things. So it's saddening that when it comes to the COA report, I've heard the other lawmakers that one of the biggest findings by COA in 2023 was low utilization. Now, yes, I completely agree dun sa mga ka-DDS natin dyan na hipokrito yung mga iba, including mga katulad nyo, kasi kayo nagpanalo kay BBM, kayo naman nagsama sa unit team, so umayos-ayos kayo. No, pero hipokrito din yung ibang congresswoman na magsalita ngayon, eh sila pa nga nagdi-defend kanina dati dun sa confidential fund ni Sara Duterte. But anyway, bookingan na ngayon kasi wala na yung alyansa nila. So wala nang political protection. This means use of funds is slow, so funds are left behind. So wasted funds, wasted time. Ang daming nasayang na budget, pera ng Department of Education dahil hindi napunta dun sa mga proyekto na kailangan. Alright? Kimbo, the Senior Vice Chairman of Operation Committee said, it was impossible for DepEd to claim that 44,000 ICT packages were delivered as of now since COA itself called the department out for low utilization. So, questionable din yung mga claim ng DepEd na marami silang projects na nagawa. Eh, sobrang underspend sila. Sobrang pumalpak sila in terms of allocating proper fund to yung mga projects na kailangan talaga ng pera. So, kasama dyan sa competence, guys, ay unang-una, syempre, huwag kang magnanakaw, huwag kang gumawa ng kalokohan, pero at the same time, spend efficiently the money you have. Alright? Spend efficiently the money you have. Again, dito sa mga ka-DDS natin kaibigan, 6 years ni Digong, anong ginawa niya pagdating sa DepEd? Alright? Remember, 6 years of Duterte administration, 2 years of Sara Duterte DepEd administration. Anong pinagawa niya? You want to talk about flood control? Of course. Dapat managot ang kasalukuyan na administration. But Digong had 6 years to build those flood control. So a lot of flood control projects were built during Digong time. So umayos kayo, mga hipokrito kayo, umayos kayo, maya kayo sa balat nyo. Bago kayo mag-criticize ng iba, tingnan nyo muna yung kapalpakan na legacy ni Digong at kapalpakan nung isa pang amo nyo. Alright? Because these are all out here, guys, for you to check. Now, you want to check criticism of the current administration on PhilHealth issue, you're also free to check my YouTube, etc. So anyway, what I'm saying is that I'm not clear ano ba talagang strategy nila kasi parang she's making it more difficult for herself, right? She's making it more and more difficult for herself. She's just giving more and more ammunition to the enemy, right? And ang dami mga unexplained projects, initiatives, ang dami mga kapalpakan, ang dami mga kakulangan na nangyari dyan sa DepEd. Ayan naman, okay? So, Erwin Barilio, isa ka pang walang yang troll. Yan. Ikaw hindi ka friendly fire. Talaga troll ka talaga. Okay. On that note, guys, thank you very much. Balikan ko yung ibang trabaho. My God, ahabol pa ako. Ang dami natin kailangang gawin. Alam mo na mga Ilocano, hardworking, dedicated. We have to do what we have to do. This is our duty to our country. And no matter what, how, Ilocanos, Gabriel Silang, Padre Borgos, whatever. So low life trolls like that, you're never gonna intimidate us. Alright? And we're gonna continue to call out itong mga katrapuan, kapalpakan, kasyungan, yung mga aming tabid ng troll, mga ganun. We're gonna do all of that, guys. But importantly, guys, here is that we have to continue this kind of proper conversation. And also, yes, a reminder na medyo ipokrito din yung ibang congressman na mag-criticize ngayon. Eh kayo nga nung isang taon nga nagdi-defend ng confidential fund ng ni Sara Duterte. So, yun din. Yan ang problema na sa politika natin, di ba? Wini-weather lang yan eh. But, regardless, thank you so much. Great discussion. Amazing discussion. Thank you for your support. Huge support, huge support. So please continue to support us guys. Continue lang natin itong deep dive with Richard Hidar on Spotify. Malapit na tayo mag 1,000 ratings. Obviously, we need more ratings. We need more momentum para tuloy-tuloy lang tayo. Ito guys, libre lang. Deep dive, Richard Hidar. Mura lang mag-follow. And of course, guys, kanina lang I set up while waiting in between interviews. I don't want to waste time. I want to keep on going. No wasting of time. I set up a new um bagong Twitter account ng Deep Dive kung saan i-upload ko guys yung mga latest mga episodes. Already on my YouTube, you can see them. Already on my on my Facebook, you can see them. But this will be a dedicated Twitter account for our podcast. So please follow us. Libre lang mag-follow para makita niyo naman yung mga latest episodes. On that note, thank you very much. God bless. Maraming salamat sa inyo. At dun sa mga nagbubulag-bulagan, mga panatiko, those who have been led astray, the sheep that have lost their path, I hope that real religious people, not self-proclaimed, alam mo na, I hope one day mamulat din kayo. If not, bahalang Diyos sa inyo. Bahalang Diyos sa inyo. On that note, thank you very much. God bless and talk to you soon. Salamat po. Thank you very much sa mga ka-TikTokers natin. Oh, also TikTok, don't forget.